Hey everybody, and welcome to Day 2 of the Final Fantasy Tactics Colosseum AI Tournament League for April. As usual, we've got 12 matches for you. I'm Sardek, and with me on comms once more is Korremar.
We have a couple of very solid matches tonight that I am super looking forward to that may or may not also totally screw my bracket up, so let's find out.
That is the danger of proceeding along the tournament. The brackets have some bad days sometimes. Anyways, first matchup is in fact one of yours. Love Colored Magic 2 versus Korremar 1. Gambler's Spirit versus the Morrigan. So for Love Colored Magic 2's Gambler's Spirit, she sent me a bunch of information, and I got up super late, and I haven't been able to read it yet. Sorry about that. I'll have it for next time they come up. But anyways, we have Setzer the Bard, the infamous gambler from Final Fantasy VI, with basic skill and equip armor. Daryl the Samurai, also Final Fantasy VI. Draw out item, HP restore, and throw item. And oh my, two Hydras. Spider and Ronfar. I know this one's from Lunar Eternal Blue. Not sure what that one's a reference to, but, you know, gambling, vicious fire. We'll see how that works out.
And on my side, we have Nemain the Samurai. Does have a couple of drawouts here. Have Kotetsu, which is strengthened by the Dracula Mantle, as well as Kiku for range, and Chiri. We also have Rejuvenate, Life, and a decently hefty Holy with that magic attack up and strength and Holy from the Cross Helmet. Next up is Bud the Oracle. Pretty hefty hits with those Whale Whisker with attack up. Does have Confuse 2 as well as Moogle, Fairy, and Ifrit, which is strengthened by the Jade Armlet. Third, we have Matcha the Pisco Demon. And bringing up the rear, we have Nate the Bard. Does have equip axe for that title axe for a bunch of extra MA. Has Life and Magic Song, as well as Persuade and Preach.
I guess that's the Energy Blaster, not the Charmer. That's the Dispeller.
Yep.
Alrighty, large 74 to kick off the night. Swiggy Woods.
Hydra's Absorbing Dark is a little bit of a bummer for me. Does mean that the Samurai isn't able to do anything. Masa from Love Colored Magic's Samurai. There's a Time Blast coming out for the Bard. Probably the least useful unit to haste, but you know, we'll take it.
Take what you get. A Bard on each side of this one.
And a female Samurai, for that matter.
The rest, though, completely different.
Magic Song coming out on each side.
That Vicious Flame is going to do a lot of damage. Dark Whisper missing.
Bard gets an action and does opt to walk up, and Axe gets a proc, but the proc heals the Hydra to full.
Whoops.
He's not really meant to be swinging that axe too much, so that was a choice. There's a big Aqualung, though, for 225. That is over half of its HP. And here's a very big Kiku. Hits 3 for good damage. Oracle is coming up and gets a 210 staff bonk onto the Bard. Bard is not killed. Does get a barrier, but is low enough that the barrier is not going to make too much of a difference here. That's one Dark Whisper hit. 2 Dark Whisper hits. Oof, Bard goes down.
That had to have been a proc.
Yeah, 176 doesn't kill, so that is a dead proc. That is not super good for my squid. Bard singing a life song. One Dark Whisper hit. Does not get any procs, though, so the Oracle is still left standing. Samurai gets her action, though, is going to move up and get a hit onto the Oracle. Oracle is still standing, and now my Samurai gets an attack. She's going to move up and Cheery gets 2 kills and does not kill herself with it, but here's a Vicious Flame that may just finish her off.
Sure doesn't.
All 5 misses. Darrow getting an action and is going to Masa my Samurai, which is enough to finish the job, and that will do it, unfortunately. Some rough luck on those Dark Whispers gives round 1 to LCM.
I do have a difficult thought about that. So, the Axe proc is not listed as elemental anywhere. What's it called?
Decapitate?
Why can't I find it on the ability list? What's the item? Tidal Axe?
Yeah, Tidal Axe.
Oh, critical hit 36. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, I mean, if it's not supposed to be Magic Evade, Elemental, then that was definitely...
Is it, like, the DC doesn't list it that way, does it?
It does not.
I mean, it should specify if it is, but I think we kind of have to mulligan that one.
It looks like the DC doesn't mention when other things are element either, though. I mean, like, for example, the Dragon Whisker Fire Breath, it doesn't say, you know, proc formula, it doesn't say is fire or anything, so...
I guess I need to add another field. Although I don't see any reason why a critical axe hit from a water axe should be dark, so...
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I certainly wouldn't be upset rerunning that, because that was a little bit of a bummer.
Well,
I think, you know...
It was a hilarious moment, but let's remedy it.
Yeah, I mean, the axe proc damage alone would have, you know, killed that Hydra, and that means that, you know, one of my units wouldn't have died from that Hydra, so...
Alright, so second verse, same as the first, map 74. Let's try that again. The usual, finding problems from last month in the first 2 days of this one. Hopefully we're smooth sailing from after here, but... Beta. Please excuse our dust or whatever. Though I am kind of looking forward to the eventually when I'm actually good at this and they just work on day 1.
A much nicer Masa coming out this time, getting a region, 2 regions and a haste. Bards are going to sing on each side again, of course.
Yeah, there's a lot of, well, from Gambler's Spirit, what would you expect? But there's a lot of RNG that can go all sorts of different ways on this match.
Absolutely. Definitely a little bit of RNG on my team as well. Not as much, but still some. Magic Song only hitting 1 there.
The first Magic Song, same for Love Colored Magic and 1 worse for you, I think.
Believe so. Another Masa coming out. Does land another region, another haste. Right, things playing out just a little bit differently already. 1 Vicious Flame, 2 hits on the Vicious Flame does mean my Samurai goes down. So we will not see another cheerleader unless she gets rezzed. Another round of Magic Song there. Here is a big Aqualung for 225. Good hit. Is the Oracle going to follow that up? She sure is, and that will kill 1 Hydra. The other Hydra is going to go ahead and Dark Whisper my Bard.
And a proc.
Ugh. Rough luck for the Bard. Here comes a wish to bring the Hydra back up. It is only at 4 HP. Samurai gets a turn here. She is going to move up and is going to Asura. A little bit of damage. Does heal the dragon a bit as well.
No charm from the Bard.
Squid's going to put that Hydra right back down.
So it's a 3-on-2, but there's some sandbagging going on. This is going to be big if this hits. And another proc.
Oh my god. Absolutely abysmal luck.
Well, I guess it does vindicate the first result.
With only the squid left, it is just a matter of time here.
Yeah, this isn't the charming squid that could turn it all on its head. So good on you, love-colored magic.
Squid will continue to get some kills with that Aqualung, but will die here in short order whenever something actually hits it.
Sooner or later.
Doesn't have the tempo to be able to kill multiple units here, so...
Yeah, especially when some of them have revival of their own.
Counter flood, but no proc. Samurai continues to res the Hydra over and over. Here's another Dark Whisper coming out. Does this one finish it?
Nope. Once more with feeling. Getting the low end of the rolls this time, although certainly was high rolling earlier when it counted.
Okay, Aqualung yet again. Stuck in that continual loop. There's a Dark Whisper coming out. It is only on 4 panels, so a little higher chance. 1 hit, 2 hits, that'll do it, and round 1 goes to LCM.
For real this time. Small 38 for the follow-up.
Terrain here could make a difference.
This is actually probably pretty favorable for the Hydra because it'll be pincering the amount of spaces they're randoming over.
Yeah. Squid gets a Time Blast on the Samurai this time, a little bit better than on the Bard. So Samurai's going to move up, is going to get a Holy Cast, I believe. Bard is going to hit her with a mid-charge, but does not get a proc there. Hydra does move up and begins a Vicious Flame. Oh my god.
The name, in fact, accurate.
I just mean the fact that the first one hit automatically, so she didn't even get her damn spell off.
Uh-oh.
And a dead proc.
Gamblers rolling high today. Kasa for a pair of regens.
Big aqualings coming out from this squid, but they are just not mattering. Another dead proc! Jesus Christ!
I mean, that said, all three were going to hit him. It was a single panel. He was dead whether or not it procced.
Even still. Well, there's a big axe bonk. Does take down a Hydra, but Hydra's going to come right back up.
Nap time. Nap time part 2.
Alright, now LCM takes it 2-0. RNG just absolutely wrecking my team there.
That is the way it goes with gamblers sometimes. We are... What? Oh, I see what happened. I got confused. I overwrote the memory card save. Be right back. Next map, Simmon 1 versus Kjata 2. Kalpasapa versus GREAM. Gil rules everything around me. For Simmon 1, we have Chatty Cathy the Knight with a parrying sword, but notably no weapon guard. Damage split and defense up, along with the talk skill that has proven very popular this month. Mangalika the Porky with the revival, Ash the Chocobo, and Imaina Kanan the Geomancer. Simmon did say those names were probably going to be butchered. I did my best. Geomancer with Counterflood, Overflow, and Punch Art, presumably for the defensive half of the Punch Art line. Those are pretty big stats for a Geomancer, so those are going to be pretty big Geomancies. On the other side for Kjata, we have Raekwon the Chef, the Master Tonberry with Shadow Stitch, Meth the Kakatoris with the Big Speed and Gaze, Wu-Tang Fangirl, the Double Flail Ninja with Weapon Guard and Guts, along with Basic Skill, and Inspect a Deck, the Knight, with Punch Art, Counter Throw, and Martial Arts. We'll go to large 85 to start it off.
Plenty of map for both teams to cross here, so we are going to get a turn or two of just buffs and moving.
Although it's going to go pretty fast, because the haste on the Cockatrice is going to get things started real fast. Oh, that's really good, Simmon, being able to pull up both teams that are active. That'll be nice. Kjata on the left/bottom and Simmon on the right/top.
A big counterflood for 153. Coming off a fireball that got blocked. That is a rough trade, but getting a gaze onto the Piggy. It is immediately removed with this Choco Esuna, though. Sturdy being set, so the bird and the Piggy not able to be repetrified for just a little while here.
Piggy coming for revenge. but dodged.
Trying to dash into a bird probably isn't super useful. There's a wind strike since you can't daze the piggy currently. 196, pretty good damage. Ninja goes for another throw, but it is guarded yet again. Eats a counter flood in return and is confused.
Death sentence not landing, so the ninja will get to do things after Confuse falls off. Just kidding, she died. Cure taking off some of that damage from the wind strike, but only about half of it.
Good damage from the Wave Fist, but eats just about as much damage in return from a Hell Ivy.
Looks that way, Ludo. Petrify once again.
And it lands yet again, but the Chocobo is likely going to take it right back off if it gets a chance here. Everyone's grudge for 120 not going to be enough to prevent it from doing so.
It is very common, Simmon. Counter throw for more than the original hit. But a stop on the second.
Being stopped and near fatal, not where you want to be. A wind strike on the piggy brings it pretty low here. Gets another attempt at the straight dash, and it does land this time, but the bird CT saves in return.
Choco guard for shell and protect instead of the heal, one of the unfortunate known AI weaknesses. And the piggy goes down. Although it's 2 monsters versus 3, although only 2 have offense. That stop is huge, though.
The Geo and the Chocobo are both nice and healthy with that Choco Cure. But the Tonberry's finally kind of getting in to be able to do a little more here. Takes a bonk from the Knight, not too much damage.
We have
Revive.
We have seen huge things from the Tonberries in the past, but I think this is a bit too much.
Absolutely, especially being strictly single target. Of course, everyone's grudge, no problem taking that piggy right back up. There's a big Choco guard, shell and protect onto both of the human units. Bird is able to tailwind itself, but a near fatal bird, you know what that means. It is just gonna bail.
It really is all up to the Tonberry. Well, we know how this ends.
The bird could conceivably try and get a crystal, but not sure if it's going to be able to. Oh, but the Knight does get back up. Totally forgot the Knight was undead, and he snags the crystal immediately after getting up, so... That being said, he is undead, so Choco Cure is offensive for him.
It looked like there was a flicker to another undead. Who was that? Ninja crystallized, so it wasn't the ninja. I don't know. Either way, now it's all up to the Knight. But the counter flood hitting harder than his Wave Fist.
And a Choco Cure following that, he is not going to be able to take down 4 units.
Sure isn't. Game 1 goes to Simmon. Maybe the small map will see the ninja having a little better time. Kjata infamously almost always loses large maps, but yet still frequently ends up in the top of the brackets, so small and medium tend to favor him. We'll see if that pattern continues.
Knight getting an early Wave Fist out on the Geo, 168, pretty good damage, but takes a massive hit in return.
Given the fire weakness of Start Haste and Demon Fire, the Geomancy.
Boink does finish the night off with that 100% resurrect. That is 100% kill on an undead.
Don't Act lands on the other Geomancer, though, and a stop on the pig. That's a quick turnaround. And that
Death sentence
ninja's...
for the ninja, but it means that she does get a few turns unharassed.
Yeah, the ninja being off-leash is huge.
Wind Strike on the stopped piggy's going to put it a bit lower, but that is going to be healed up here by the Choco Cure. Notably, though, only healing it, not removing that stop, so the piggy is still a sitting, well, pig.
Geomancer goes down. As usual, small map going much differently for Kjata's team. There's a chef's knife, but it's guarded.
Healing yet again, so the piggy is a little healthier, but the bird is going to get in and finish the job here with a third Wind Strike.
Chocobo can't be don't acted, so it's just damage coming out of the ninja.
That is the ninja's last turn. It is going to go down at the start of its next one. We've got no resurrections on the field, but the Undead Knight is at 0, so is primed to get back up pretty soon here.
Yep. Chocobo protecting itself and running off to the corner, and there's that knight, as you said, who can bring back up the ninja. That is the full team back up.
Bird opts to move away and tailwind itself rather than attempting any offense against the knight. Does eat a sword stab in return, but gets a CT save off of it. Big hits on the bird. The Chocobo in the corner way away from the knight is not where it wants to be.
Chocobo near fatal. Knight just guarding everything.
It's an extremely tanky knight, but it's about to have to deal with 4 members unassisted, and I'm not sure she has the tools for the job.
Another wind strike from the front, once again guarded.
The tiny bonks in return, not doing a ton. 2 more hits onto the Chocobo, but it is still healthy.
Bird heals itself and rehastes. And the knight comes and joins. But still, impossible to damage.
Knight has the high ground in the corner on this box here. Finally eats a Wind Strike. 196, very respectable damage.
Chocobo with Choco Guard. Knight will be even harder to kill now. Chocobo in near fatal. The knight probably going to take advantage of it. Sure is, and it is just the enemy knight now. It's a tiny little water ball. Damage split for the Wind Strike. But everyone's converging on her now. This is going to be... She just can't be hit. It's like 80% to hit, and she just blocks it all. It's incredible.
Death sentence onto the ninja again. So the ninja is only going to get a couple turns here, but don't think that's going to make too big a difference. Wave Fist chipping her down a little farther.
Don't Act does land. That's going to prevent those damage splits.
With having both defense up and move HP up as well, however, she's real bulky.
One last Wind Strike, and we go to a Game 3. Kjata, as traditionally having a reversal in the small map, And we now see if the medium map is more like Game 1 or more like Game 2. Constrained quarters when they get into each other, but it'll take just a minute to get there.
Haste coming out as usual. Bird being very nice when it starts next to another unit, getting that immediate tailwind. A Choco Guard on all 4, but it does only hit 3 of them. Still not something you see in the opening normally.
Always an auspicious start for a team when the Choco Guard starts off, though. We're in local Quake Town. That means confusions that can come out. That could get pretty dangerous if not taken care of quickly.
There is a Counterflood doing exactly that, getting the confusion on the bird and dropping it pretty low as well. Boink brings that Geo right back up, meaning the 2 turns taking it down were wasted.
Oh, that's brutal.
Second confuse. That is not great, but here's a Shadow Stitch. Oink can't fix that. Uh-oh. Alright, Tonberry does dodge the friendly fire gaze.
Only 45% though, so those two are probably the neutral duo of the team.
Bird goes down, so no more confused bird there. Oink gonna bring the Geo right back up yet again. Confused Knight does Chakra himself, so pretty good all things considered. A very beneficial thing to do while you are confused.
Unfortunately, all this focus on the Geomancer and ignoring the pig is really coming back to bite Kjata's team.
And another Chakra, this time hitting the Tonberry as well, not that it needed it. And there's a 0 damage everyone's grudge, which does break the confusion, because 0 damage is still kind of damage.
Cure for the Geomancer. The Knight just a little short of being able to revive the bird, but he might make it before the bird crystallizes if he is fast enough. It's going to be close, though. Wish from the Ninja misses. Who is faster, the Knight or the bird?
Shadow Stitch yet again. That guaranteed stop extremely powerful.
And the bird is gone, crystallized. And of course, Oink is huge against that undead Knight.
Talk skill does miss.
Chef's Knife, unfortunately, doesn't proc the dead. That would have been potentially what he needed to see.
Geomancer is brought back up for the umpteenth time. That's what, the 5th resurrection, I think? Local Quake does not get a proc on the Tonberry, and getting a Tonberry to lower health is a little dangerous.
And notably, the Geomancer is separated from the pig now, so if she goes down, she might actually stay down for a bit.
Death Sentence does land this time, but the Ninja does get a few turns off of it. Everyone's grudge could bring the Geo down, and sure enough, the piggy cannot reach it, of course. Ninja takes her first turn, she's going to bonk the Knight twice. Only 120 damage, but that is still something. Straight dash hitting the Tonberry does not get the kill.
Guts
and a
procs.
Guts proc. So a huge Everyone's Grudge 403 one-shot for the Chocobo. Nothing it could do there. Don't act onto the Knight, but the Piggy is going to attempt to take down the Tonberry again, and it does take this time.
Will the Ninja die first, or... Well, I guess it is not the Knight standing up first, and the match goes to Simmon 2-1. Next up, we've got Aura 3 versus Hero 3. Anti-Magic Artillery versus Dazed and Confused. It was only 2 teams in the top 4. Because the other 2 were Fig and Hero, right? Anyways, for Aura 3 Anti-Magic Artillery, we have Mage Killer the Archer with Aura's favorite Lava Bolt with attack up, counter, and basic skill. Boy, that's a lot of elemental resistances. Rubber Costume for Lightning, Ice Shield for Ice and something else, and Magic Ring for 3 absorbs. Magic Eater the Wizard, Flame Shield, Green Beret, White Robe, Magic Ring. Yeah, this team just reduces pretty much all elemental to nothing, with Counter Magic and Equip Shield. Nethicite the Summoner, with Time Magic, Counter Throw, and Magic Attack up. And Reflected Glory the Spellblade, with Elemental, Counter Flood, Overflow, and just so many elemental absorbs and halves on this team. For Dazed and Confused, we have River the Archer with Item, Dragon Spirit, and Throw Item. Ryan the Monk with Earth Close and Attack Up. Those are going to be some big Earth Slashes. And Counter Throw. Landry the Knight with a Chaos Blade, HP Restore, and Guts, as well as Dance. And Greer the Oracle with an E2 and a Rod, with Hamido and Equip Shield. White Magic as well. So not a whole lot of magic offense against the anti-magic artillery. Let's see how the team does without its big gimmick helping it out. Large 109 for the first. Teleport to take the high ground immediately.
Starting a cast from the Summoner there.
And moving it up to the rest of the team. Might be a haste too? Sure is. But it misses the Wizard. But so does the shot from the Archer.
Wizard opting simply not to interact with any other units currently.
Looks
There's
like
another haste 2 coming out.
Yep, looks like going for the second. And the Wizard is casting a spell. Oracle
So
casting
is
a
that
big
Oracle.
one too.
It was a Confused 2 coming out, I believe.
Survives the mid-charge handily. That's double confusion.
Spellblade gets her action immediately, but uses it just to bonk the friendly wizard out of the Confuse. However, it was enough to stop the charge.
And he's charmed with Steelheart.
Summoner getting a summon cast out here, but the wizard is starting a cast on his own team.
Healed to full by the archer. That does not stop the cast. Shiva takes one down.
Not enough to kill the monk. The Spellblade
Uh-oh. Huh. Kills an enemy and not the teammate. So that's a charm, all right.
Is starting a frog now that is going to hit the Spellblade and the Summoner and the Archer now, too. Charmed Wizard is putting in work against his own team.
Another Shiva comes out. This should take down the Oracle. Yup.
No question there. There's the frog too. The units did move, so it only hits one and doesn't even actually land.
Oracle just not having a good day.
Charmed Wizard ups to Rod Bonk. I presume it is out of MP. There's a Blastar Punch. Eats a counter throw for 10. The Summoner's out of MP as well, but a 136 Rod Bonk to break the confusion. Spellblade's finally able to actually act under her normal AI.
Oracle charging up what's probably a rejuve. Archer taken down. Yep, sure was. For all their anti-magic artillery name, it sure does seem like they're handling the physical just fine.
And that Archer is going to crystallize in a moment here.
Poison, don't move, slow, and confusion.
That was a big nameless. It does eat a hefty shot from that lava bolt in return. Trap to be clear does nothing. Just happens to still exist, sort of.
I've tried 3 different places to remove traps, and just none of them have worked. One of them even was a suggestion from Glane, who I would have figured knows a whole lot better than me.
Full Life is going to bring the other marksman back up.
That's a much bigger rod bonk, or staff bonk, or whatever. Near fatal for the archer. It's another rejuve being charged. Another don't move, another pair of don't moves and poison. So Nameless kind of turning things around a little.
Archer's able to Mega Potion herself to get up out of near fatal, but she is still in one-shot range from another shot from that bow.
Confusion and poison. So both of them are going to fall out of confusion at the end of their turn. Bonk. That's unfortunate.
One archer misses the time strike, and the other archer is charging a time strike on the first archer, so...
It missed because of the critical knocking the knight back. Just so unlucky. But the counter hits back even harder.
And there's a Petrify, and it does land, so the wizard, who's not really doing much of anything, is taken out of the action just the same. Her very tiny Rod Bonk's not doing a hell of a lot, but now they'll do nothing at all.
Mega Potion for the hurt archer. Local Quake for the heal and the hurt. Guarded, though. Oh, that's the one that's immune, not the one that heals. Big counter throw for 5.
The Summoner has been putting up some numbers with that staff, though.
144 to the Oracle. Confusion and a don't move. Local Quake finishes off the Oracle.
Aura, none of your 4 units have items, so, the Wizard does not have move MP up.
Confuse worn off from the poison. But that Oracle isn't going to get a turn to go. Nameless missing. It is a 2-on-2. So this could still go either way. Archer goes down.
That Archer has been putting up some good numbers with the attack up Lava Bolt. Definitely we've seen a lot of Lava Bolts. The fact that it is PA agnostic is makes it very, very reliable.
Oof. The poison finishes off the Spellblade, and now the Archer is don't moved and inside of range, so can't reach the... Well, now it can.
Does get Ice Wolfed, but gets a big hit in return. There's a Blast Star.
To take it out of near fatal. HP restore triggers, though. Was that a Guts?
But it looks like there's a Defy Pain, and it looks like the Knight is out of MP, so is just going for the Chaos Blade swings now.
Nameless. That's a lot of crystals. Silence not really doing anything. No HP restore there. Knight doesn't... Oh, Guts HP restore.
This Knight has so many arrows in it and is just still going.
It's the way it goes sometimes. Nameless just not getting any traction at all.
And the Archer moving back there, just kind of sitting in the corner, poison slowly ticking down.
The Knight standing in a position where the Archer can't reach.
Goes for a Crystal Proc, doesn't get it, but Defy Pain.
No crystal there. Duel of the RNG. Who gets lucky first?
Another HP restore?
Knight having to take the long way around. Doesn't have as much jump as the Archer.
Time Strike adding a bit more damage. Knight opts to move away rather than closer. Oh, and the crit with the knockback damage gets the kill!
Unbelievable. That somebody's got to clip that. Anyways, we go to a small 70 next. I don't think I have ever seen fall damage end a match before. That's a first. I love those little moments that we get during these tournaments.
Absolutely, definitely things you don't see in typical play.
Carve model coming out. double petrify.
Starting the match pretty well there, getting a double petrify right off the bat.
It's a much better start for Ara than last time.
Hellcry does break that staff that she's been getting some big bonks with. It's also going to lower her damage considerably, of course.
A revive for the wizard. Spellblade going for a sandstorm because it heals the wizard. Just a little bit of counter magic between friends. Oof.
Big Chain Lightning gets a kill. The summoner is still just steady buffing her team, so it is just this knight versus 4.
Not looking good for Hero.
Theoretically, some Chaos Blade procs could maybe do something, but just not going to be able to do anything against 4 units.
Well, that knight does have guts and HP restore, so it is never totally out of it. But that sure wasn't a crystallize. $184. No guts this time. Ara convincingly takes game 2, and that match is 2-0 for Ara. Next up, we have Omegasuspekt 4 versus Coppola 2. There are 2 P's in Coppola, but there is a letter limit of the file name. Anyways, Omega's Chosen's versus Quack. For Omega's Chosen, we have Herald the Samurai with basic skill, Dragon Spirit, and Equip Shield, and E2, making the Samurai much more durable. Seer the Spellblade, also with an E2, Elemental Damage Split, and Overflow. So it's going to be a very difficult to kill team. Summon White Magic with Weapon Guard and Short Charge, the support summoner, and Reaper the Archer with item, attack up, and counter throw, and a Gastrophytus, 15 and 12, 150, 180, or 15, 460 over 320, 20. So 240 damage crossbow with red shoes. Oh no, that's more than 240. That's 30. That's 360 damage on those shots. Hope they don't go into the terrain though. On the other side for Coppola with Quack, we have Isis the Geomancer with item, counterflood, and magic attack up. Spike the Samurai with talk skill and concentrate and damage split. Vivian the Wizard with item, weapon guard, and short charge. And Duck the Time Mage with white magic and half of MP. $29 large to begin. One of the maps that punishes Geomancers for not taking all of the Geomancy. Do the Geomancers have it all?
Yeah, we have seen times in the past where Geomancer has been forced to resort to like Nagro Rock bonks here. It does look like Ara's Geo has all of them. Wait, I was looking at the previous match. I'm dumb.
Well, there's a terrain shot. Hits hard, not too smart.
Okay, Omegasuspekt does not have it on his Spellblade Geo.
Counterflood is, though.
Looks like Coppola does have it, of course. Only one Coppola does not have is Lava Ball.
So Coppola in green on the right and Omega in white on the left. Death Spell 2 removes the silence from the summoner. Pretty important, actually, since summoners can't really do a whole lot silenced.
Here's a big flare.
Takes
get
out
a single kill, and the turn timer ticks down immediately.
Bad luck there. Summoner brings herself back up with a cure. And there's that Nagrarok bonk you were talking about.
Nagrarok.
Yeah, whatever.
Archer gets back up with a wish. This Geo does get Blizzard to put it right back down. There's another flare too, I believe.
And the Samurai getting the heck out of the way.
Not able to kill either of them. They are both defending, but good damage to each, and their hates do wear off as well.
And meanwhile, the entire enemy team picks it up. Bonk. That's the Samurai with concentrate, right?
I think yes.
So
concentrate 13 PA with the Kiku. It does have 70 Brave, of course, for the damage as well.
Time Mage goes down. But so does the Samurai, and now it's 3 of Coppola's versus 1 of Omega's. Another flare, too. Well, Blizzard this time, I guess. But it's guarded. Mega Potion for a heal. And there you go. Game 1 goes to Coppola. Our small map, map 2. I don't know, Ludo. Only one way to find out.
A very early carved model coming out. No proc though, 126, very respectable damage against a defending unit.
Once again, Coppola in green on the right and Omega in white on the left.
Getting a regen and a defend off that Masa, not too much. There's a Hell Ivy coming out, 96 damage.
Wow.
540 damage from the Berserk Archer on a mid-charge.
360 is the basic damage on it, so the mid-charge would be 540. Just ouch. This flatter map is a huge advantage for that Archer.
Full life takes the Geo down. Murasame is going to do some healing for that Time Mage. A little healthier, still pretty low, so still very much in one-shot range.
I mean, they can be at full health and be in one-shot range of that Archer. Oof. He picks up a haste as well.
Wizard also in one-shot range from that Archer, no big surprise.
It is just open season on Coppola's. Wizard back up, but the archer doesn't care, goes for the samurai.
Gets damage split for it, so it still is very low now. Of course, the AI on the Berserk units doesn't care that it's low. It will continue to attack, but it's not going to continue now because it's dead.
A triple Kiku, though, for triple near fatal. Wow.
All 3 units taking a knee. And the summoner charging a big spell. Cure gonna heal all 3 of them, though, so is this Shiva gonna be enough to get any kills here?
Gets 1 kill and 2 near fatals again. Flare 2.
It's a flare will almost certainly kill in return.
Sure does. The damage split revenge kills itself. Now it is just the samurai, and that does not look like he has any revival. There's a Hell Ivy for the stop. Looks like we're going to be seeing a game 3.
That stop definitely sealed the deal if it was not already. The Geo... Oh, the Geo gets back up.
That could change everything. Samurai made quick work of, and now we're going into a sandbag loop against an active Geomancer. That's not where you want to be.
One bad proc here could spell the end of the match. No procs just yet.
This one at least is a wish and retreat, so it can only get one of them. Geomancer running away. And it looks like they're going to advance with Masamune, leaving their teammates behind. But they're right next to each other into this pitfall. There's a carve model, and the proc ends it. We go to game 3. Map 28 for the decider. Two very evenly matched teams. And oh no, again with the blizzard.
Tough break. Though if I'm not mistaken, there is some terrain on this map that is not blizzard. I believe last month or the month before we did see that happen on this map.
There are in fact a few, I believe, carve model spaces. And the Geomancer will find them.
Well, that guarding that shot was big. That could have put the Geomancer down real quick.
Yeah, 360 is nothing to laugh at. That looks like that'll be it for that Geomancer.
This map does have some odd terrain, so could potentially stop this archer at some point, but here's a very hefty flare too. That'll go ahead and stop the archer right there.
Pair of damage splits keeping the Spellblade healthy. There's the Nagrarok, getting a taste of her own damage split medicine.
Big Kiyomori does hit one of the enemies as well. Here's another big cast coming out. I believe this one is a blizzard, I think?
You really want that shell against that wizard, because that wizard is hell-bent on huge damage.
It is a flare too. Yeah, it's doing less because of the shell, of course.
Slow for the samurai, and this is looking good once again for Coppola. A mixture of the Spellblade not quite being able to bring it. Oh, there's a re-raise. Yeah, mixture of the Spellblade not quite having access to her full kit, and the archer just not having flat terrain.
The wizard dropping some enormous flare 2s certainly didn't help matters. Up and there's that carved model. Does get a petrify though. Spellblade says, I don't appreciate you calling me useless.
I told you, they'll find the spot if it exists.
Soft and Flash Heal undoes that action pretty quickly.
But they are bunched up for another return carve model when next the Spellblade's turn comes. Haste 2 coming out for the Time Mage. There's a Wish for the Summoner.
Having a haste on the Time Mage and Wizard, and a slow on the Spellblade.
Yeah, that slow really made a difference. Another carve model, just for 96.
Geo's back up and does get the heal from the crystal. Gonna go ahead and blizzard that samurai immediately down to near fatal. The other samurai is going to finish it off with a crit.
Pretty decisive win for Coppola on this map. Just real bad luck for Omega on the Geomancy.
Makes you feel any better, Omega? I got bad map luck earlier too, so sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
There's another Petrify, though. Spellblade stubbornly trying to make it work.
Carve model in return drops are real low, but a damage split does put a little bit of it back on the other Geo. Wizard power sources herself, so she is nice and healthy, unless there is a massive Petrify proc here. It only hit one. It does get the proc, but she is just a little too low. Not able to finish the match up.
And it goes 2-1 to Coppola. We go next to Hero 4 versus Kjata 3. This is Willow's Harem Redux versus I Tried to Make a Defensive Team. Let's see number 71, or well, excuse me, let's look at the teams. Willow's Harem Redux, we have Willow with Geomancy and Draw Out. 20 MA for that Draw Out. That's going to be some huge Draw Outs, along with Magic Attack up and Move HP up.
Does have all the elementals. The only draw out only draw out is Cheery.
Oh no, big Cheeries. And Tara the Mime to copy it. Kennedy the Chemist with a book, Dance, MP Switch, and Equip Shield. So, really durable Chemist there. And Oz the Ninja with basic skill, HP Restore, and Guts. So this ninja's going to try and stick around with the HP Restore and Guts while running around at 15 speed. We go next to I Tried to Make a Defensive Team. The classic Lancer with Hamido, Punch Art, and Martial Arts. Hamido for the Javelin and just all that PA for the Monk. Shotgun Preacher the Priest with a Stone Gun, with Equip Gun, Catch, and Precision. Let's see, Time Magic is on the Chemist. Ride or Die Bitch the Spellblade with Whale Whisker, Yin Yang Magic, Weapon Guard, and Short Charge. 30% weapon guard's gonna make it pretty hard to hit her when she's not casting. On top of the extra 30% from the Genji shield. Dr. Band-Aid the Chemist with a book with Time Magic, Counter Throw, and half of MP. And an Angel Ring to get back up. We'll see how Kjata does at defensive teams. Normally his trademark is hyper offense. So we'll see if he figured out this way too. Large 71 to start.
See an early dance coming out from the Chemist, so we're going to see some Wiznaibai. But against a defensive team, Wiznaibai is decidedly less effective. That Water Ball, however, plenty effective, 198 damage on that Chemist.
26. Followed up with another 30. That Chemist is already near fatal. We've seen that going all in on the Wiznaibu's theme doesn't tend to work out well, but as extra chip damage for a team that keeps pressure up, it is pretty effective.
Our confusion on the Dancing Chemist is going to throw a wrench in that plan.
That is a Guts proc with HP Restore, keeping the ninja up.
Chemist throwing a power source into the bushes. Ninja gets 2 swings and takes the Spellblade down.
Oh, and Kjata in white on the right, with Hero in purple on the left. Another HP Restore, although this one didn't need Guts. No Guts there, though.
Chemist is dancing again, so we're going to see this Wiznaibus come out, but too little too late.
Looks like we're going for Undeads with the Flash Heal and the power sources for big instant damage.
Undead can be a huge boon when you build around it, but for teams that are not planning to build around it, it can be a pretty rough status effect.
Being unable to revive your teammates is just actually really, really troublesome. There's a repeat fist for about half of the Geomancer.
And a small punch from the Mime. The Mime only has 40 Brave, so she is not putting that big damage with those punches.
Geomancer going for a 3-shot Hell Ivy with a triple kill. Wow. That's what happens when you get pecked down with the Wiznaibus, I guess.
Yep, 20 MA and a magic attack up. That is a lot of damage. Chemist is back up and is able to heal himself, but 3 kills with 1 action. That is a massive tempo swing.
Hamido for the Mime. Geomancer once again chasing for the Chemist. Takes him down.
You have a big kill there, no surprise. Lancer is going to go after the Mime, so that means the Geo is going to be able to get this crystal. But opts not to for some reason.
176. Dragon Spirit will do nothing. She's sure getting this crystal, though.
Not close enough to get a Geo, or get an Elemental off after that. Eats a Wave Fist. 176 is a lot of damage.
This is going to come down to the compatibility on the Geomancy, I think.
She does opt to pick up the crystal instead of instead of elementaling first.
Which leads me to believe that the elemental would not have been enough. Sure enough, the AI knew.
He is able to pick up the crystal, does get a second turn.
With the Earth Slash, says down to the wire, you gotta get that stop proc. But she does not, and the Classic is gonna finish it up.
Very close match.
Kjata wins a large map. But we'll see if the inverse holds true and the small map ends up being a problem for his newly found defensive team. Kjata in white on the top and Hero in purple on the bottom. The lightning bolt is caught by the priest.
Ninja and Priest playing a quick game of catch here. That is a huge Earth Slash, hitting 3 units. Kills the ninja immediately, and the Mime and Geo do take some damage. But Mimed was nigh aren't going to be quite enough. Hero's team off to a rough start here. Oh, but a huge Kame Itachi almost kills the chemist immediately. Chemist is now undead. She doesn't seem too bothered by it, continues to dance. Chemist does go down.
Phoenix down for the ninja. Spin Fist missing both, and it eats a critical counter in response. Defy pain for the ninja.
Gunshot puts the Geo down, but we'll get right back up with that re-raise. The monk defies pain, but isn't low enough for it to actually do anything. Chemist is back up at power sources.
Kami Itachi takes out the priest and she gets out of the way, but the move HP up brings her back to regular. She will be back in next turn. Rodbonk kills the mime, but the ninja's back down with a wish to bring it back up. Unfortunately, that wish is going to cause some mime crimes, because that is bringing the priest back.
Wiznibus will put it right back down.
Fortunately, well handled.
Lancer is very low, but Chakras himself. But that does mean that's an action that he's not using to murder something.
Looks like Hero's team is holding it together much better this time.
2 stabs puts the chemist down. It is a 4-on-2 currently. So looks like Hero might just squeak this one out after a rough start.
Lucky MP switch there on the return throw, thanks to the chemist being undead. One shot on the ninja though, only 201 HP, that is always gonna kill him.
Missing the Earth Slash on the monk. And the chemist moves up and reads a book at the Spellblade. The Spellblade dies from it.
Just died of boredom. And that Demon Fire finishes it off. Hero takes game 2, and we're going to a game 3. Let's see. Uh, 88. These are two very evenly matched teams. This could go either way. I'm interested to see the way it turns out. Best of luck to our two competitors. Let's go. Once again,
Fireball,
caught.
but it is caught. Considering how powerful those opening throws can be, definitely not a bad idea to run catch on your fragile units. We've seen it work to pretty great effect over the past couple of months.
It's really cool the way that catch, that basically never sees use at all in the real game, is an actual force in this tournament. No procs on the Hell Ivy.
But almost enough to kill that chemist, and some hefty damage to the Lancer at the same time.
Ninja eats a Hamido, though. That's huge. Confusion on the chemists, also not great.
Does power source though, so using your turn effectively at least.
Earth Slash triggers Guts and gets an HP restore for the ninja. He barely survives the gunshot. Defy Pain for the full heal, and he's gonna book it. Just a little bit of resetting for everybody, and we're getting back into it. 4v4.
The Geo does get to hit 2 here. Gets a kill on that chemist. 234 damage from a Geo is just ridiculous.
196 Rod Bonk, though, triggers the Dragon Spirit. Target this time to avoid the Hamido, and that takes out the Lancer.
Ninja goes, wait a minute, I forgot I had this. Hero's team looks to be in a pretty good position here, although we are going to see a res come out on that Lancer, assuming that the Ninja does not have time to stop it.
Sure does.
That all but seals it as the Spellblade is about to go down. I think we'll just... Oh, won't die to dance damage because power source. Oh, and the Chemist gets an action here. Does re-raise and get the Phoenix down on the Priest. But that probably going to be too little too late here.
Yep, the Ninja getting a turn for the Chemist. So it is just the Priest left. I don't think the Priest has Guts or any kind of major durability abilities like the rest of the team, so... There it is. Hero takes the match 2-1. We go next to Sol 1 versus Sardek 1. Monster Mash versus Support the Monk. For Monster Mash, we have Barbecue the Aribo with Please Eat. Le Chef, the Master Tonberry with Shadow Stitch. Salad, the Taiju with Spirit of Life. This is the multi-hit revival and the re-raise. And Peking Duck the Giravis with Zephyr and Windstrike. Zephyr being the attack that increases in XA as if you were berserked when you are hasted. On the other side, We have Pure Support the Aribo, much the same, one Aribo on each side. Defensive Support the Knight with HP Restore, Guts, and Punch Art. Also with a Genji helmet and a round shield. You don't see a lot of round shields, but not going to be super useful against this team. It is Shell. I believe start Shell. Maybe always Shell. I don't remember which. Either way, offensive support the Chemist with Elemental and Overflow along with Auto Potion, as well as an Earth Close to heal from those Earth Slashes. And brings the pain, the Spellblade. 20 PA with Punch Art and Martial Arts. The offensive side of the Punch Art set, as well as Weapon Guard for the 30% on that Battle Bamboo. So let's see if this Spellblade can bring the pain. We'll go to Large Map 112.
Alright, took the time while you were introducing those teams to feed my dog.
Fewer squids this time, so no toys being brought.
Yeah, she doesn't have a bird or a pig. Actually, she does have a pig toy, but I don't think she knows it by the name Pig.
So safe for now. That's an early haste, and oh no, flying over the wall. That's going to separate the bird. That's not great. Please eat for the Chemist. Gets her started off early.
Yeah, this map definitely disincentivizes things like fly and birds and stuff like that, or teleport.
My team's staying pretty cohesive for now.
We've definitely seen 3 monster teams do really great. 4 monster teams do seem to lag behind 3 monster teams just a little bit, but certainly open to seeing that change. Here's a Zephyr, not a skill we've seen a hell of a lot of, since we do usually see the tier 3 birds.
Just a small sandstorm with a damage split. Spellblade not quite able to get into range yet. There's a Shadow Stitch over the wall to stop the Chemist. And a Leaf Dance for damage. Another Zephyr, but HP Restore takes it all away. The bird runs.
Bird says, actually, this sucks.
Wave Fist for 253, but a damage split knocks most of it out. Or half of it, I guess. Bird back in with a Zephyr. And a straight dash, but it's dodged. Just a 60 bonk there, not too much. And a Please Eat for the defense, misses. Shadow Stitch on the Monk, or Spellblade. I mean, he's basically a monk.
Definitely a significant hindrance to the team. I mean, given the team's name and all, of course, the team does kind of hinge around the not monk.
Please eat for the tree.
Trees don't eat.
That's a straight dash in the back. 130. Another 60. The bird's still healthy enough to get another hit in.
Flies up to Wind Strike the stopped Chemist, but the Chemist is unstopped with that. Leaf Dance, however, going to take her out over the wall.
But she gets back up with re-raise and power sources herself. So she will survive the next Zephyr or Wind Strike. Tonberry can't get anybody in range. but is hasted back again. Bird goes for the Zephyr on the Spellblade.
Drops him low, but he is re-raised, of course. There's another Please Eat. The Knight does opt to take it this time.
40 on the Tonberry.
Not going to accomplish a hell of a lot. He is soaking up a lot of turns, though.
Another stop on the Spellblade. That's brutal. Although a book takes out the bird.
Birds weren't meant to learn, and it completely overwhelmed its tiny bird brain.
Pig on pig violence, 110. Shadow Stitch stops my pig. That's a Leaf Dance on both. Or no, it misses. Oh, he was... Yeah, I see. Chakra for 75. 99 straight dash. 108 gets the kill. There's a power source for the Spellblade. Back healthy again.
Poor boy has just not been able to really do anything. He got one Wave Fist off and has been stuck in place since.
Revive for the pig. He runs towards the Tonberry and does nothing else. Spellblade getting out of the Tonberry's stop range, so he will be coming back into this battle. Please eat for a refresh on the haste, shell, etc. The book kills the other pig. Both pigs are down.
Pigs likewise not meant to learn.
That bird crystallizes quickly. Spirit of Life to bring back the pig. Spellblade does an Earth Slash. That's a lot of damage.
Big boy is finally in range to start doing some things.
And the book finishes off the Tonberry.
Notably, however, the Earth Slash did heal the tree, and the tree does have an AoE res, so we're going to see it right here.
That's a lot of revival. And the Tonberry goes and stops the Knight. Or no, kills it with everyone's grudge. Straight dash for the Chemist. Auto Potion keeps her out of near fatal. Earth Slash again. Takes out the Tonberry.
Nope, the peaky Tonberry was around the corner. The book brings the Tonberry real low.
But it gutses. Big Leaf Dance there. And in everyone's grudge, one-shots that Chemist super hard. Spellblade elects to try to finish off the Tonberry, but fails.
Spirit of Life going to bring some units back up, and this Tonberry's going to get his action. Shadow Stitches.
That's going to be it.
Team is taking some time to bring itself back up.
Since a unit that's stopped is not much of a danger, they prioritize bringing the team back. Game 1 goes to Monster Mash. For our smaller map, we go to 64. This map has a tendency to get people really stuck on each other. Zephyr right out of the gate for 108.
How many among us lost a unit to this map?
I didn't find out until 2 saves later. Hell Ivy but no stop. That's a stop, though. Tonberry showing him how it's done.
Magic Spear gonna heal the team up. An incredibly efficient AoE heal, of course.
Earth Slash on the bird for 300. Wow. Please eat to speed up the Tonberry. And bird gets the heck out of there. Not quite in range of the knight. 90 to the Tonberry.
Bird is going to go ahead and haste itself and is going to bail. Fly up by some more team members. Here's a Shadow Stitch. That is just a real blocked bridge here.
Magic Spirit to heal. Man, if my Spellblade was in a different position, getting to Earth Slash that bridge, totally different. But alas, this is how it goes. The map luck giveth, and the map luck taketh away.
Bird gets a Zephyr to finish off the Chemist. This tree is just going to go ahead and take a quick little dip. Monk is
Wave
back
Fist
in
for
the action here.
220 on the pig. Near Fatal with the Knight to 30. And a straight dash for 90 on the Tonberry. Tonberry elects to stop the major threat once more. Bird with Zephyr from the back. Near Fatal on the Spellblade. There's a big heal for its teammates. Nose Breath misses. Zephyr finishes off the Spellblade, though.
Things not looking super good for Sardek's team here.
Unfortunately, the Knight deciding it's time to go attack instead of revive the Spellblade.
The Bird not caring about the verticality, simply having a run of this map. Damage sword swing is not quite gonna do it, Mr. Knight.
I don't even know what sword that is. Oh, Nagrarok, so just a speed sword. Not trying to fish for don't act procs or anything.
And death is the ultimate don't act proc there. Sardek's team goes down.
2-0 Saul.
And that is the first half of the night.
Up next we have Fig 2 versus Love Colored Magic 1. Fig 2's Cowabunga versus Love Colored Magic 1's Firing Squad, which is a reference to an ability in, I believe, Front Mission. It's some other tactics game regardless, or some other RPG anyways. And of course, Fig being the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We have 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles teams this month. So for Fig's take on it, we have Michelangelo the Aribo with Please Eat. Leonardo the Spellblade with Damage Split Attack Up. This looks to be an actual Spellblader. Sword Skiller. Donatello the Spellblade with Battle Bamboo. Punch Art, Counter Flood, and Martial Arts. So, Fig and I apparently found the same unit. And April the Chemist with Dragon Spirit, Guts, and Steel. On the other side, for Firing Squad, we have Blinky the Squire with throw, concentrate, and catch. So, kind of bargain ninja here. Pinky the Lancer with Javelin E2, Auto Potion item and throw item, Defensive Lancer. Clyde the Ninja with Short Edge and Sasuke Knife and Red Shoes, a Dangerous Ninja with Weapon Guard, Equip Armor, and Punch Art. I don't know why Punch Art, maybe for if the shoes fall off, I guess, with the Ice Wolf bite. And Inky the Geomancer with Time Age and Overflow. Start Haste, so this is probably a Team Haste 2 that transitions into Geomancy after. Notably, Blinky, Pinky, Clyde, and Inky are the 4 ghosts from Pac-Man. We go to large 87 to start off.
I think here is correct. Punch Art could be Stigma Magic for Anti-Confuse.
Neat. We have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the left in blue, and the Firing Squad in red on the right.
Ninja hops on down into the water, opting to try and cross as fast as possible, of course.
The Spellblade getting the first shot of the pig. Huge 228 throw right out of the gate.
And a water ball to follow it up. Only 91, but that is enough.
Lightning Stab for 273 and 403, though. Good lord, that's a lot of offense on both sides.
Only 180 damage coming out of the ninja there into that pig. Not going to be enough. Pig's nice and bulky.
Not bulky enough.
Defense up can only save them for so long.
Wish there.
Ninja going to put it right back down, so Spellblade did sort of waste an action there.
A jump coming in on him.
For it.
Donatello, the monk of the Spellblades, healing himself.
108 damage, not gonna do it. There's a please eat on the chemist. The chemist is gonna be a lot harder to kill here.
Lightning Stab is guarded. That's huge. Damage split takes a quarter of it, but gets low enough that that jump is going to end it without a heal. And the heal goes to the pig instead. Spellblade down. Nose Breath fails. But that's a huge Earth Slash for 300.
But the ninja is just bulky enough to still be standing and is going to stand up and attack the piggy. Gets a Mega Potion, so a little healthier now. But there's that re-raise, and a Defy Pain brings that Spellblade back up to healthy HP levels.
Chemist's doing good support with her power sources.
TMNT definitely in a really solid position here. Not necessarily sealed the deal just yet, but they definitely are looking pretty good. That being said, Squire does stand back up and get another big throw off.
Not quite enough to finish the pig off. Lightning Stab not enough to kill either of them either, because the ninja evades it. Squire goes for cheer up. And you saw the regen. We did in fact fix it.
Lancer continuing to jump. We've not seen this many jumps. That's a big hit from that jump. Not big enough. The chemist is still in it, but still a very hefty jump.
TMNT's about to have its... Firing Squad's about to have its whole team back up, though. Because that last undead is at 0.
Chemist goes down. The ninja does have the ability to start attacking some other things now. Only a little bit of damage. 72, not really going to do too much. Re-raise.
Another huge lightning stab. Double kill. Wish for the ninja. Ninja is back in it. The Wave Fist murders the hell out of that Squire. And Counterflood finishes the ninja. And the Geomancer does not get time to stand back up. Game 1 goes to the Turtles. We'll go to small map 62. Firing Squad on the left and the Turtles on the right.
Early shuriken, like last time, 228 is a lot of throw damage. And a huge demon fire hitting all 4. Sorry, only hitting 3, but does get 1 kill and 1 sleep.
Very different opening this time. That's brutal. Firing Squad showing their offensive ability on this small map.
Just about over before it starts here. There's a carved model getting a petrify and almost a kill. Spellblade finally gets an action and it's a good one, but is it gonna be enough? Chemist forced to heal herself. This shuriken does put the Spellblade down. It is just a Chemist versus 3 right now. The Chemist is already almost dead, and that'll do it. Firing Squad taking the second round easy peasy.
That was a beating. So 44 for the decider. You see a lot of it where one team is so much better offensively than the other that they just ruin the other team on the small map, but can't quite hack it on the large map.
This map definitely pretty big. We've seen people go all the way up to both ends here, so terrain may potentially make a difference. A big throw and a counter flood for some hefty damage right in return. There's a haste onto the ninja, so that ninja is schmovin'.
Of course, the Squire taken down rapidly. But having carved motto is a big difference.
2 stabs into the piggy. The defense up playing a big role here. Ninja has thrown a lot of stabs into the pig.
Steelheart does not land on the ninja. Gusty wind for 133. Split in half.
Gusty Wind, one of the elementals you don't see quite as often. Terrain for it just doesn't come up as much as some of the others.
Ninja making quick work of that chemist.
Turtles are down to just 2 already.
Those damage splits keeping that Spellblade alive, though. And a wish for the pig, trying to get the team back together.
That ninja's going to get his action again pretty soon here. 15 speed and haste. Oh, and the chemist gets back up too, however.
Please eat for Leonardo. Does land. Lancer taking the pig back down. Ninja takes out the Spellblade, but unfortunately there is a re-raise there.
Takes out the Spellblade after jumping from the ground all the way on top of the roof of the building.
Huge spin fist there. And a Defy Pain. But the ninja keeps on coming. Berserk does not let you take a break. Lancer finishes off the pig again in a sandbag loop with the chemist, and the undead squire stands back up with a shuriken.
Damage split almost enough to put it right back down, but the ninja is going to finish this. No, the guard keeps his Spellblade alive.
That is a huge defense there. Double guarded! Incredible!
Holy shit.
That Spellblade really holding on. Having to take a turn off to cheer up to get the heal out of near fatal is huge there. That's a lot of pressure off the Spellblade.
Though that does also mean the Spellblade is all the way down the other end of the map now. Ninja hits it twice there and does get the kill. Wasted a lot of turns, however. The Spellblade is not in range to be rezzed, so it is definitely going to crystallize down there. If it even makes it that long, does not look like it's gonna.
It looks like Firing Squad's going to take it 2-1.
Sure
There it
enough.
is. Love Colored Magic wins. Collaboration team between Paddy and Kaffe. We have Paffey versus Break 4, Down to Clown versus Waffle and Chicken. It's not the order I usually hear that in, but sure. For Paffey, we have Clown, the Time Mage, with Summon Magic, Critical Quick, and Short Charge. And that's not the way I want that shown. There we go. Summon Magic, Critical Quick, and Short Charge. Ringmaster the Aribo, popular this month with Please Eat. Juggler the Ninja with a running knife, name corrected last night, and a short edge, with Catch Item and Throw Item. Just a lot of throwing and catching, which I guess makes sense. He is a juggler. And Strongman the Ninja with basic skill, weapon guard, and equip armor. This is a much more durable version of the Red Sue's Ninja. Let's see if the extra HP helps him out. On the other side, for Waffle and Chicken, we have Hattie B's, Bolton Spicy, Smokin' Thighs, and Helen's Hot. Hattie B's the Oracle with an Octagon Rod, Time Magic, Catch, and Equip Armor. 400 HP is a lot for an Oracle. Let's see how that does. Bolton Spicy the Archer with a longbow with Hamido and Sicken. Going to be raining poison down on the other team with Punch Art for the support. Smokin' Thighs the Bone Snatch with Death and Demi 2. Skeleton's a lot better this month around now that they're not wasting turns casting death on themselves all the time. And Helen's Hot, the Living Bone with Death and Kotetsu. Let's see how it goes. We go to large map 47. You still there, Korremar?
Yep.
Okay. We have the circus troupe on the left and Chicken and Waffles on the right.
Generally, please eat. Gets that ember on the Angry Ninja.
Long range curse strike, poison, and darkness. Or discord.
Discord being pretty strong, removing all that evasion. Even if not wearing any evasion gear, just the C evade on ninjas, of course, the highest of the classes, so not too bad. Ninja does not care though and jumps over to take some swings on that archer in return. Angry Ninja still not quite close enough.
Death on a teammate.
Did not hit, so is not able to heal. That skeleton didn't need to be healed. I'm not sure why he cast death on his teammate there.
Just had nobody else in range. They don't like wasting turns. Power source 180 to the bone. Re-raise goes off and a chakra there for a little bit. Demi 2 on the pig, misses. Innocent wears off just in time for the frog 2, but it misses. Death doesn't though, that ninja goes right down.
Angry Ninja was too angry to be alive.
Stood back
But he
up
gets
though.
back up. He was too angry to stay dead.
Unfortunately, the skeletons have Hamido, so the ninja's going to have a real rough time with them.
Leviathan, however, has no such issue with Hamido.
That's a spell being charged there.
Please eat on the ninja, so it does remove that poison as well.
That
However,
ninja goes down.
Was re-raised just in time. Demi on the piggy. Gonna do a whole bunch of damage there.
That's a big mid-charge.
This Angry Ninja putting in a ton of work here.
Other ninja power source for himself. The circus trooper doing what they do, I guess. Putting on a show. Not letting anything get in their way. Shuriken finishes it off. Game 1 goes to down to Clown. Game 2, map 18. Anyways, power source right out of the gate for 180 to the skeleton. And
Please
that
eat again on that Murder Ninja is extremely dangerous.
sure is.
Time Mage sits in a chair and starts her cast.
but doesn't get it off. It's a death for the pig and a Kotetsu for the ninja.
Two stabs is enough to finish that Skelly off, and a power source on itself. Juggler is back up to full.
Death not hitting the pig. Oof.
Not quite enough to kill that Oracle. That Oracle, of course, having a ton of HP.
It's enough to take out that archer, though.
It's a 3-on-2, and we've got 2 re-raises on the side with 3. It's now 4-on-2. So, things looking pretty clean for Paffey.
Although that double confusion sure might change things around a little.
Missing the wish on the marksman there.
Remedy to take out the confusion. Re-raise, goes for the chakra, and then gets out of there.
Chakra does heal up the Murder Ninja just a little bit too.
Demi 2 takes out the Time Mage, or whichever one that was. Oracle goes down to the ninja. It's just one more Skelly boy.
Hamido's, but can't Hamido the straight dash. 77, however, not a ton of damage.
Hamido on the ninja from range. Hamido does work against throw. Goes for a power source, and that'll do that.
Other skeleton is at 0.
So it is now just an archer versus 3. But no Hamido for that shuriken. Down to Clown takes it 2-0. Up next, Love Colored Magic 3 versus Aura 2. Misfit Somas versus a Mighty Breeze. For the Misfit Somas, we have Shigure the Ninja with double short edge, weapon guard, and equip armor. 391, again a durable murder ninja. Hattori the Samurai with double Kikuichi Moji. That's a lot of swing and a lot of damage on those swings, with Hamido as well. Genji helmet for the status defense. Ayame the Geomancer with elemental, punch art, counter flood, and magic attack up. Presumably the defensive end of the punch art there with only 14 PA. And Kagura the Uribo with Please Eat. On the other side, for Mighty Breeze, Not Us the Thief with basic skill, counter, and magic attack up. Magic attack up. Huh. Zephyrus the Ninja with 2 Iga Knives, Time Magic, Hamido, and Overflow. This is farming for the procs off the Iga Knife. Boreas the Archer with Wind Slash Bow and Feather Hat, with item, counter throw, and attack up. And Eurus the Wizard with Faith Rod, Aegis Shield, and Rubber Shoes for the Faith Rod, black and white, and counter magic, and equip shield. We'll head over to large map 110. I'm assuming the wizard has Cyclone. That feels right.
Yes, Cyclone and Frog.
Yep.
Right, Masa only getting one region, 2 defends, but not going to be relevant this early.
Just a double haste 2 there. Ninja floating on over. So taking the shortcuts.
The way this does.
But the Aribo, unfortunately, cannot make the leap. So he will be stuck behind for a minute.
Pig's not known for their jumping ability.
Counterflood heals.
Does also set Discord. There's another Masa, the samurai continually attempting to buff, of course.
Local Quake this time, but no proc there. Throw finishes off the wizard, though. There's the first proc. And again, a heal on the counter flood. Temporal Strike finishes her off.
Not a super high chance of that hitting, but it did manage to do the trick. However, that ninja goes down to the double stabs from the samurai, and a chakra from the Geo on itself heals her up just a little bit.
Target finishes that one off.
Down to just 1 unit left for Ara, and it's going to be a tall task here. Make that 2 units, but that wizard is very low. For whatever reason, starts charging the heal, or charging the resurrect, and then moves up instead of back.
Just a little bit of buffing as they converge on the archer.
Does not refresh the please eat, but didn't really need it too much anyway. This one is already in the bag, of course. Samurai opts to come over and Kyo rather than just going for the kill.
He's blocking the only single tile to reach him, so you can't melee him.
Ah, that's true. But
So,
just the same, a throw finishes it off, and Ara is down that first match.
small map 24 for the second. Big aggressive early start, but not quite enough to put the archer down. And mostly healed by teammate Ninja.
easy getting that M barrier up on the Samurai. Samurai's going to move up and go for some attacks rather than buffing. No big surprise there, since the target was able to guarantee the kill on the Wizard.
Cyclone for the team heal and enemy harm. Once again healed by the teammate. Target finishes off the archer.
That Cyclone heal is going to be too little too late, it looks like. Team is just falling apart here.
It is a lot of damage being put out by Love Colored Magic 3. Just too much for the win team to handle. And that's all she wrote. A quick 2-0 for Love Colored Magic.
Breeze was not so mighty.
For our next matchup, we have Sardek 3 versus Break 2. Beef versus NBA Jam. Man, I remember NBA Jam. That game was great. For Beef, we have Agrius the Spellblade with Slasher, Item, Magic Attack Up, and CT Save. Looks like we're going to see some holy explosions out of this one. Cleric the Trent with Blessing of Nature. Hammer Time the Master Tonberry with Shadow Stitch. And Gideon the Monk with Basic Skill, Equip Armor, and Counter Throw. So just a monk doing monk things. On the other side, we have NBA Jam. Showtime the Time Mage with Black Magic and Short Charge. Hang Time the Monk with Hamido and Equip Bow along with Basic Skill. Jam Extreme the Lancer with Weapon Guard and Abandon. And that is some pretty rough physical evade to try and get through. And no slouch on magic evade either. And Fire Edition, the Red Chocobo. We'll go to large 99 to start. We have NBA Jam up on the right in white, and Beef on the left in red.
Haste 2 coming out early. Of course, a very popular option, getting that Haste 2 to get your whole team hasted nice and early. Other team does not have too much in the way of self-buffs, so just going to go ahead and move up.
Yeah, only Blessing of Nature that it decided not to use.
Comet, not something we've seen cast a hell of a lot of times so far. Didn't do a ton of damage, however.
After the CT save, just a punch for 143. But a 220 finishes it off.
Lancer gets the Time Mage back up, but probably won't last too long. Choco Meteor did a fair bit of damage there.
There's the Blessing of Nature. Nothing from the Tonberry. Chain Lightning for a little, and the Time Mage gets out of there. And a Power Source heal from the Lancer. Chocobo going for the Meteor.
Tonberry is pretty low, but that's a dangerous place for a Tonberry to be.
Yup. Gideon the monk one-shots the equip bow monk, and everyone's grudge does a huge amount of damage to that chocobo. Another blessing of nature. Chain lightning with the guts. Choco Cure for itself as it runs off. And Defy Pain for the Archer Monk. But Gideon's having none of that.
Single punch drops the monk back down. And a power source for the Tonberry brings it back up to a fair bit healthier.
Still enough to near fatal the Time Mage, though. Phoenix down for the monk. Chocobo once again with the meteor. Haste 2 lands on 2. That's
Breaks team. See, Breaks team definitely on the back foot here.
But doing a pretty good job of keeping itself stable. That's a huge holy explosion. 338 takes out the chocobo.
With the chocobo dead fairly far away, monk goes back down. Chocobo is already on 2 death timer. Just going to take a little time to close in with the other 3 members of the team here.
Damage split for 20. Red Monk too busy casting Fist. Power source for the other monk.
It is a 4-on-2 here, and teams are closing in. Pretty good damage from that bow monk. Certainly not a combination we have seen before.
Speaking of damage from monks, though, bonk.
That Lancer is extremely evasive, so is going to take just a little time to take down once everybody gets into range, but I do think it is only a matter of time here.
Everyone's grudge to take the monk out before it gets its heal off this time.
Not quite. Lancer was able to get a turn and get it up just in time to get that Defy Pain off. Goes down yet again. The Chocobo is crystalled. Time Mage is not too far from it.
Holy Explosion, guarded. Everyone's grudge, just 69.
Nice.
Nice. Blessing of Nature once more.
It is 2 crystals, so it is at best a 2v4.
11% Holy Explosion, jeez.
It is going to take just a while here. This Lancer is incredibly evasive, and your team does not have a hell of a lot of options as far as evasion ignoring abilities, but that's alright.
We'll get there eventually. Everyone's grudge, nice. Quick heal for the team.
And that Lancer does have the ability to power source himself as well, so this may take a little while.
Leaf Dance. 175. That's a huge hit. And from the back, 270. That does it.
Round 1 goes to Sardek.
We go now to small 86. Arrow right out of the gate.
And a power source to undo that arrow. Haste, but not going to hit a lot of members this time since everybody is kind of moving out of it.
But Lancer getting aggressive right out of the gate.
Spellblade actually goes down. Will probably be brought back up here in a moment.
Yep. And there's a blessing of nature for the re-raise to bring her back next time. Meteor on the Tonberry. And Comet on the rest.
Huh. I actually just noticed your monk has both Revive and Wish.
Well, yeah, sometimes you can't get the right terrain. Because it's real awful when they're, like, on that space where he's standing now, you can't reach there with Revive.
Yeah, it doesn't have any vertical tolerance.
Yep. Everyone's Grudge takes out the Time Mage. Magic Spirit for the big heals.
Monk all the way up at the top, getting his shot way down the bottom. Again, actually putting up fairly decent numbers. Bow Monk, a very odd choice, but he's doing his best to make it work.
I mean, looks like it's working so far. Being up there, raining death down, that's no joke. Everyone's Grudge 24. An 81 counter throw, though. Leaf Dance for 175. Lancer power sources it away.
He is stuck in the corner here, not able to make that jump since there is a corpse in the way.
Chakra from the monk. And it continues to advance. Miss on the arrow and the counter throw. Chef Knife hits at 11%. Blessing of Nature to protect them both. Choco Meteor is enough. Monk is down.
Does have re-raise, so he will be able to get back up. But those arrows raining down are making a difference here.
And he doesn't reach the crystal. Crit from the Lancer finishes him off. Everyone's Grudge guarded.
Things looking pretty good for break this time.
Yup. I will admit at least to a little bit of fascination about why the Tonberry thinks that Everyone's Grudge for 24 is better than Shadow Stitch, but hey, that's how it goes sometimes.
But a Meat Bone does put that Lancer down handily.
No second guts, though. But in Everyone's Grudge to finish off the Chocobo, and now it's a 2-on-1.
So that monk is sitting pretty up there and is going to have plenty of time to take some shots at this team by the time they make it up there.
Second one does land.
just the tree, and it's going to take a couple turns to reach that monk. She's going to take some shots in the meantime. Does not damage split it there, but she can heal herself.
No damage splits going off. Oh, there we go. Tree with the self-heal.
That monk is pretty fast.
Whole lot of crystals, whole lot of nowhere near any of them.
But the monk can just jump down the cliff.
Lol, JK.
This is so mean.
Magic Spirit for the self-heal.
Monk does opt to stay up here this time. This monk is bullying the poor tree.
The monk does manage to bring it together. So we go to our medium for the decider, 39. Bowmonk turns out to be just what Break's team needed. No high ground for the monk on this map, though. Single target haste 2.
I am definitely curious to know the design philosophy behind that bow monk. I mean, you can't argue with results, I suppose. But I'm curious about what led to that decision. Again, the fact that we haven't seen a bow monk at all, and here we are seeing one that is at least fairly effective. So,
Second haste 2. This time getting everyone but the chocobo. But the bowmonk just goes right down. Holy explosion behind, near fatal to the chocobo. And a blessing of nature for 3. Phoenix down for the bowmonk. But we saw what happens when they get stuck in that sandbag loop.
a little bit of counter throw coming out of the red monk. Oh, the red monk does go down to the Lancer.
Chef's knife out of the Tonberry, but no dead proc.
Time Mage notably blocking the path there.
Not anymore. CT saved from the Spellblade, but not fast enough.
Chocobo Meteor, interestingly enough, of course, coming from the sky on an underground map, but, you know, that's just how it be sometimes.
Power source to save herself, and there's a big leaf dance. Everyone's grudge to finish off the monk, and it's a 3-on-2 once more.
Monk is brought right back up, and that red monk is in a rough spot. Not going to be easy to res here. But, alright, and there's a chakra. could be a good setup for Holy Explosion, but I don't... Yep, she is going to go for the power source, of course.
Lancer goes for the Phoenix down on the Time Mage, but a Leaf
That's
Dance says, no, I don't think so.
Lancer is brought very low.
36%,
Could go down right here.
but it's guarded.
Does not.
Chocobo can't get into range to do anything, though.
White Monk moves up, gets a bow shot on the Spellblade. Red Monk is crystallized. He is out of it.
The double turn on the red Chocobo just barely races the Spellblade. And that crystal for that Lancer is huge. It looks like this is going Break's way. So I had a thought, and I want to look into it real fast. Genji Gauntlet. What does Genji Gauntlet prevent? And Genji Shield?
Gauntlet is all three of them, I believe. Yes, Stop, Frog, and Petrify.
So it's just that the only member of Break's team that is not immune to Stop is the Archer. So that's why we're not seeing any Shadow Stitch.
Makes sense. It's definitely, a pretty solid counter against the big Tonberry.
You know, I'm just actually really happy to see it. Like, somebody is using the status effects protection gear, and it's paying dividends, and that's awesome to see.
The Tree and the Tonberry still doing their best here. It is not over just yet, but things definitely in Break's favor currently.
Tonberries can make miracles happen, but they're not called miracles because they're easy to cause. That sure didn't look like one to me.
Does have re-raise, so still gets a chance at some more Guts shenanigans, but the tree is blocked off yet again and eats a Choco Meteor.
Leaf Dance, not enough to take out the Time Mage.
Tonberry is up, moves back, and gets a huge Everyone's Grudge to kill the Chocobo. The Chocobo will be able to be brought back up pretty quickly here.
And that
no
was
Guts
not
proc there.
Yeah, that was not a Guts meat bone. That's probably all she wrote. Sure is. NBA Jam takes the set 2-1.
Now Break having another match right after that. Break 3 versus Paddy 2.
Tennessee Titans versus 2Bert 2 Alert. The sequel to, what was it called last month?
I don't remember.
Yeah, neither do I. The Bert is Alert. Yes, so we have a Too Fast, Too Furious franchise in the making here. The Bird is Alert and 2Bert 2 Alert. So, first off, Breaks Tennessee Titans, we have Derrick Henry. I assume these are all football players on the Tennessee Titans. Spellblade with Blood Sword and E2 with White Magic, Defense Up, and Move HP Up. That's going to be some pretty nice sword magic from this one. Mike Vrabel to Uribo with Please Eat. I'm going to guess a defensive lineman. Ran Carthen, the Pisco Demon, with Energy Blast for the Dispels. And Amy Adams, the Trent, with Blessing of Nature. On the other side, 2 Burt, 2 Alert, we have Robert the Noose, also a blood sword, this time a knight with red shoes. Hamido for if the red shoes get broken. Also, Secret Hunt, we haven't seen it yet, but if he auto attack kills a monster, they're just gone. Lambert the Geomancer with Black Magic, Counter Magic, and Overflow. Dilbert the Mediator with Stone Gun, Black Magic, Auto Potion, and Equip Armor. I'm kind of curious, what is this black magic? Meltdown and Explosion. And Engelbert the Priest with Time Magic, Counter Flood, and Defense Up. Do the bursts have what it takes to take down the Titans? Let's find out. Large map 82 starts us off. The Burt and the Birdius. Please Eat starting off. We have the Titans on the left and the Burts on the right.
Nice fast squid returns the favor with a haste. I love the hasted pigs just wiggling back and forth.
My favorite has to be the confused frogs, especially when they're hasted.
We've seen some very good emotes out of the bombs recently now, too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Alright, so we have an Aqualung, but it is guarded. Counter Magic, not quite what you want to see there, though. Knight can't quite make it, just a little too high to swing. Height difference once again confounding the Berserker.
Yeah, nobody's named a squid Jethro Tull yet, have they?
They have not. Although I think it every time. Dilbert with a shot for 98. That looks to be bad compatibility. Mjolnir stops the pig. $90 on the back for the Spellblade. He triggers Re-Raise. Burt bringing up his comrade.
No clear advantages here just yet.
Looks like not quite enough. So the life does go off and bring the teammate up. Time Blast for the Spellblade. 126, that's not bad compatibility. Takes the Geomancer back down. Engelbert with a rejuve and runs away. But not gonna have time. That Aqualung will finish him off. Looks like no flash heal there really hurt that priest.
Does look like the Burts are falling a bit behind here.
Almost finishing the pig off, though. But just too charmed by the nose breath. That'll do it, though.
Wall, another spell we haven't seen a hell of a lot of.
Uh-oh. That re-raise might be real bad for that pig. Oh no, never mind. He's charmed, I forgot. Not great for the mediator.
Knight murders his own pal.
Burt decides to join the football team instead of hanging with his buds. So sad.
God damn it, Robert.
The Titans strengthening each other up, waiting for the moment.
The angry, charmed knight just taking a swing at the air.
Yeah, I mean, can't let that rage go to waste. There's the charm wearing off.
Bloodsword Knight's very formidable, but not going to be enough to 1v4 here.
Not with the bad compatibility with that pig, no. Game 1 goes to the Tennessee Titans. Not something you hear a lot. Poor Titans.
Is Break going to win 2 matches in a row here?
That is
just might.
Just possible. Small map 25. Let's see if they can bring it to the field again. Starting off buffing the team.
Gonna take a little time for the Bloodswords to get up into the other team's respective facey parts. An Aqualung gonna do a lot of damage early on, and there's a Night Sword as well. That Knight is not looking too healthy.
But here's a don't move Geomancy. Lands it on... Oh no, the Counterflood takes out the Knight.
And gets a don't move proc in return.
Looks like everything's coming up Titans.
Full team heal there. Time Blast, lots of buffs coming out.
Dilbert's slow wears off and he comes into the fray.
Probably going to be just a little bit too little too late here.
Night Sword from a distance because she is no moved.
Priest decides, oh, I'm going to hang out up here because it's cool.
It is kind of cool.
Paddy, that was your choice for, picking Scott Adams' terrible creation.
Oof.
Priest hops down from his perch, is casting a spell here, but it is currently a 4-on-1. That's going to be a raise coming out, but it's not going to last too long.
Not with the whole Titan squad being hasted. Poor Bert's just not having a good day. But first they gotta catch up with that priest. It starts. It stops.
Counter flooding the leaf dance and getting the stop.
Another counter flood. Another stop. Priest will have to take a turn off to rejuve itself, but that is a lot of... Oh, never mind, Night Sword. That'll do it. Tennessee Titans convincingly take it 2-0. And that's 2 wins in a row for Break.
On to the final match of the night. Hero 2 versus Kaffe 3.
Hyper offense versus vulgar display of power. Hyper offense, we have Tyranitar the Knight with Dance, HP Restore, and Guts. This one with Slasher, probably a breaker. Blissey the Geomancer. Not really what I would consider a hyper-offensive unit, but sure, why not? Although a double-punching Geomancer might in fact be a little more offensive than the name implies. Garchomp the Monk with MP Switch, Equip Armor, and Punch Art. This monk with 360 HP. And Melmetal the Ninja, double Morning Star.
This ninja is a terror.
Yeah, attack up in red shoes means, let's see, 12, 48 over 3 is... 18 is 6, so 16 plus 8 is 24, times 12 is 288, 288, 576 swings. That's an enormous amount of damage. Oh boy. We're going to see if that ninja can be squished before he squishes everyone else, or... Oof.
And notably with Weapon Guard and 301 HP, like, he's not super squishy either.
On the other side, for vulgar display of power, a Pantera Studio album. We have Phil Anselmo, the Mind Flayer with Mind Control. Dimebag the Squire with Attack Up, Weapon Guard, and Item. Along with that Golemax, probably for target. Rex the Cockatoris with Gaze, the Angry Bird. And Vinnie Paul the Wizard with White Magic, HP Restore, and Guts. Whew. Hero 2, one of the teams that I said is one of the big scaries of the tournament. Let's see if reality agrees with my predictions. We go to large 112. No, it does not, Hero. Confuse overrides the AI into a new type of AI procedure, but Charm just changes who is on your team. So Tailwind to start out. And a Haste for the last one. Team is all fasted up. This is a pretty good map to be a dancer. But that's also a pretty good time to have CT save. Oh my. Bird elects to Tailwind again. You missed you missed 2 times. Your team just played the last 2 matches. You should definitely
all but the very last match.
You should definitely go back and watch the VOD though.
An Earth Slash doesn't hit the bird, does hit the Squire though for some decent damage. Flash Heal going to take that damage off though.
That's a pretty big heal. Bird going for the gaze. Don't get out ahead of your team, Monk. That's a bad idea. Jump. Ninja one move shy of getting in range of the squire. Punished with a 180 bonk.
Wind Strike gonna take that very scary ninja down.
All of the numbers in this map have just worked in such great favor to Vulgar Display of Power. And they are, well, their name has been accurate.
Wiznibus not working out super well against this team since it does have the ability to heal itself so much.
Oof, there goes the bird. Life for the bird. Notably tall enough to survive a Wiznibus on the revive, unlike all of the physical revives.
Bird books it back down the hill.
But with those CT saves, he'll be back. So shell bust, there goes the armor. A flash heal makes the bird perfectly fighting fit once more.
Aqualung taking that Geo down, things looking very handily in Caffe's favor right now.
Boy, I'm really looking bad at this. My teams get slaughtered, and my prediction is nowhere's close. I'm having an off month this month, that's for sure.
I'm curious to see the prediction standings after this. The challenge needs to be updated still, but I was in first after the first night, but I think that may have changed.
Yeah, I didn't manage to get a bracket together. I had other things I had to work on. Like, I did the maps for the entire tournament on before day one. Alright, we go to small 83. Will Hyper Offense be able to turn it around? Or will Vulgar Display of Power continue its dominance? Oh, the bridge. Zoop. Petrify right out of the gate.
The danger of a hyper-offensive team oftentimes is its vulnerability to statuses.
Critical hit on that target. One shots the Geo.
Things not looking so great for hyper offense, especially because the Murder Ninja can't even get in to do anything currently.
Ninja is body blocked. What a terrible map draw for this team.
I feel for you, Hero. I got screwed by a map earlier, of course, so...
Vulgar Display of Power living up to its name. That was
will do it.
exactly as the name described. Wow. Well, that was a night. Ugh. As always, thanks everybody for participating and sending in teams, and extra big thanks for Korremar casting with me. It is always super helpful.
I am happy to help, and if I remember correctly, we will catch y'all in 2 days' time.
Yep. Tomorrow is my wife's birthday, and then Wednesday we're all going to a Brazilian steakhouse group of friends, so...
Fogo de Chao, or like an independent place?
the manager of it was the manager of Fogo in Atlanta. He moved down here and opened his own. It's not a Fogo. Shoot, what's it called? Terra Gaucha.
Oh, word.
So yeah, it's great. I've been there a few times. Really looking forward to it. So I will see you all on Thursday, and we will see the resumption of these matches. But they've been great matches so far. There were a lot of really close ones tonight. Really looking forward to how it continues as we progress forwards through the brackets. So we have a lot more tournament ahead of us. So see you all for them later.
Later.